Well, in this series, we're going to, man, I'm supposed to swap my hat out. Hang on a second. Do this again, hang on. Nope. And in this series, okay, I cut it. I don't know how he does that. God, he's good. All right. Let's just leave this helmet on. I haven't ridden a bike in 20 years. Last year in early 22, I bought a CRF 450. And on Father's Day, my wife bought me my first adventure bike ever. And I've ridden for about 6 to 7 months of that up until now, April of 23. I had a broken ankle in September of 22, and that caused me to rethink everything I'd ever done. I had never had any experience or knowledge on a 500-pound dirt bike. So that's where this story begins. I want you to come along on my adventure on how I learned clutch control, braking, balance, all the things needed to become a better, more proficient rider to try and avoid an injury as much as possible. But most of the people I see teaching these ADV courses, these skills, they're not exactly, they might be mid-40s, but they're not quite as rotund as myself, and I find a lot of people fit into my category. Okay, I'm probably on the upper end of that category, but I'm just saying. Some of these guys can stand on a bike with their 2 feet and do a somersault off the back of it while climbing over the windshield with a kickstand down. That's not going to be me. I'm going to do a series first on cone courses. Each episode, I'm going to create and set up a new course. We're going to go through the course and talk about how anyone that can go to an empty parking lot. Most of these courses can be set up within a 50 by 50 parameter. So it makes it super easy for you to be able to go do that somewhere near where you live, as a lot of people are not fortunate like myself and have this much woods and trails in their backyard. So if you stick around for the journey, let me know in the comments what I need to improve, what I can do better, how I can learn, how we all can learn, and let's have some fun. Let's go ride. I probably should have mentioned I was flexible as concrete. Oh, okay. I am excited to start this series on fun and challenging cone courses, where I will set up a new course each series or episode. If you go to Google and you type in motorcycle cone courses, there's a really cool website called conepatterns.com. And in here, they have just an entire plethora of different types of cone setups you can do. I went through a lot of these and kind of created my own list, and that's what I'm going to be writing. For the beginners, you see here I've got 6 items. We're going to start with the 12-foot slow cone weave, the 90-degree pull out, the ace of clubs, pattern of 3. You can see what we're going to do in these episodes. And they have for moderate, difficult, and what's considered extreme. So this first course is going to be the 12-foot slow cone weave, and it's pretty simple to set up. The cones are spaced 12 feet apart from cone to cone, and if you look down the bottom here, you'll see where it says the outer walls are optional. Here they're drawn to scale at 4 foot in the clear from either side. So if you take and measure from this side down to here, it's 4 feet either side if you want to put those in, which I'm going to, as the drawing says, and I'm going to try to get as many gates in as I can. You'll notice there's from here you go 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 gates here. I'm going to take and try to get it like 7, 8, or 9 if I've got the room when I get over there. So let's head on over and let's see what happens. So other than getting my license when I took the test for motorcycle license, this is the second time I've ridden cones. So I'm a little excited about this just because of all the different routes and different, plans I have to try these. And so when I start off, I'm just going down through there. I'm doing slow. I'm
trying to just turn the handlebars, no input with the feet from the hips, just slow with the handlebars. I want to get kind of an experience of all the different types so I can begin to build and understand, what changes, how that makes a difference. Here again, just coming back from a different angle, showing I'm leaning a little here. I'm trying not to, but again, just trying to use strictly the handlebars with my hands. Now, on this one, you're going to see me start using my legs. So this is left foot, right foot. Again, I'm not pushing the knee like into the tank, not putting my hips out to the side. I'm simply just trying to stay upright, and then you can see I'm pushing the feet there. You'll watch the foot push, and then the handlebars will follow. So I did this multiple times. Again, each one, doing multiple trips. And then here you can even see more exaggerated, obviously adding more speed and going through until, doing all these till they felt at least comfortable during the time I was doing them. Now, I missed several videos of this. I'm not sure how, but I would then take and lift a foot off the entire course. So again, this is the left foot here. It's kind of hard to see, but I take the left foot off and ride the course. You see, I put it back on. I would do that with the right foot. I would do the left foot. I did this, 10, 15 passes down the course with that before I moved on to something a little more, I would say, adventurous. So here I am now. I'm off the bike, standing to the side. So I'm going to try this, and with the right leg on, the left leg will be off. And surprisingly, this was able to do first try. Once I went down, I kind of went straight. I came back, and then I started weaving through the cones, and I started doing that a little more. I honestly was surprised I was able to do this in the first go. So after multiple trips of that, I realized I'm fat and out of shape, and I really needed a break. So I took a few moments just to rest, relax my hands and my arms and everything before I got more adventurous than that. Did a couple more passes again on that left side, trying to hold the left leg out, kind of feeling like a counterbalance to kind of understand what that felt like, and leaning back and forth. Again, just trying to become more proficient in that, because again, it's going to take a lot more practice of doing these same types of maneuvers. Do you think it's helpful? I'm curious everybody's feedback on the different types of methods I'm using to try to get better at balance and control with my motorcycle. So again, the bike, I shut it off. Obviously it's in gear. I just shut it off. I'm going to use some balance, walk around behind it, get to the other side, pull in the clutch, crank it up, and I'm going to attempt the other side. And I figure this should not be a problem, right? I did the other side with absolutely no issues. Let's just jump on the other side. And for whatever reason, this became quite the task for me. I think it was 3 or 4 tries before I was able to be successful. And I think maybe I wasn't committing. I wasn't just standing all the way up and just committing to it. And I think perhaps that's what was throwing me off. Again, on a 500-pound motorcycle, you do become a little nervous. But after a couple tries going straight, I was able to start weaving some from this side. You'll notice I'm killing some of my cones here. But again, that's what makes practice great, is to continue to do that. And I'm really looking forward to see how much progress I make over the next multiple, sets of these courses that I set up, and see how much better balance it gives. So I hope you enjoyed this first episode. This is just kind of starting out, and it can only get better from here. And I will remember to bring all of my audio equipment and have it all working.